Hello to everyone out there on YouTube, in YouTube land. This is Makeda Valletta, also known as the Renaissance Amazon. I'm also about to go live on IG. So give me 1 second. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at the_Renaissance_Amazon_81. Okay, so I'm about to go. Yeah, I'm about to go on Instagram too. I'm on YouTube right now, of course. I'm about to go live on Instagram. You guys ready? 1 moment. Let me set this up. Okay, now I'm on IG Live and YouTube. So for those of you on IG, if you don't follow me on YouTube, you can find me at the Renaissance Amazon. Okay. So those of you on YouTube know what I'm about to talk about. So I hope you all are doing well. Okay. So a lot of you may or may not have heard about Jermaine Dupri's comments. Okay. Jermaine Dupri made these comments about female rappers when asked about female rappers. He said all the female rappers were rapping about being strippers and dancing in the club. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous, okay? Because first of all, if you really want to talk about it, this is the thing I can't stand with men. Sometimes, and this is not all men, because Charlemagne thought that the comments were ridiculous because they are. So there are men that have enough sense. But as a general statement, a lot of men, sometimes they can act like white people. Like when black people have an HBCU, or we have a black sorority, and you have certain white people who are like, why do you have to have an HBCU? You're not including us, and blah, 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 blah. And they, are complaining about, white privilege, okay? Same thing with guys, okay? Because in hip hop, male rappers, in the 90s, I was a teenager, whatever. It's like all the male rappers are rapping about selling drugs, killing people, robbing people, fucking bitches, the chains they have and the cars that they have, right? So many rappers rapped about murdering people. We had Death Row. We had Murder Inc. People rapping about gang shit and all this dumb shit, right? Dudes used to rap all the time about bitches sucking their dick and saying crazy shit like that in a disrespectful way. And LL Cool J was one of the few who would be sexual in a respectful way, And that's one thing I also liked about Lil Wayne, is that Lil Wayne is one of the few rappers. I heard Kevin Gates does this too, and I actually like Kevin Gates. I haven't noticed this, but one of the things that I like about Lil Wayne is that he raps about eating girls out all the time. He raps about going down on women and pleasing women. Not many rappers have ever done that. They were always rapping about a girl choking on their dick or something, something mad disrespectful, running the train on her, whatever it may be. Now, Biggie talking about how he had to sell crack to feed his daughter. They were all rapping about that shit. Now, Cardi B made a very good point when she spoke about the fact that, number one, that's what she said. She raps about her pussy because it's her best friend, which I think is beautiful. I find it funny when dudes try to get higher than now and like, y'all don't be at the strip club. Wasn't Jermaine Dupri always at the strip club? He's from Atlanta. Atlanta has a strip club culture. And girls that strip are also people, just like dudes who sell drugs are also people. These dudes, Jay-Z, all these people that got mad money now in the entertainment industry who used to sell drugs, and that's okay. Drug dealers make way more money. When dudes who make money selling drugs make way more money than any stripper ever would. You got, dudes selling drugs who are responsible for people's deaths, who are responsible for destroying the black community in every motherfucking city. People can use whatever excuse they want about, they were dropping drugs in the hood, they were dropping crack in the hood. Okay, just because they drop crack in the hood doesn't mean you have to pick it up and sell it or smoke it or any of that shit. I grew up in Harlem on Sugar Hill. They filmed Juice in New Jack City on my block. Me and my brother never fucking was involved in crap. We never smoked the shit. We never sold the shit. We wasn't hanging around people that did that shit because we had better sense than that. Okay. So people, all this, you know, dudes could complain about, oh, I needed to feed my daughter, but then you selling so much drugs that then you can have all these chains and you can have all these expensive clothes. So you are selling drugs to the point where it's far exceeding what you need to take care of your daughter. Okay. Okay. And then why do you buy these chains and these cars? Isn't Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z the one that came out, Money Anything, Tops Down, Money Anything, that whole fucking song? Why are you buying that shit? You buying that shit because y'all trying to attract women. And this is the thing I never understood. All these rappers, I remember my dad told me this. My dad told me, I don't care what a dude tells you. Most of the things that men do is to attract a woman. Okay? So that car that he's buying and that is usually to attract a woman. Okay? So you buy these things to attract a woman, and then you want to diss these women. And when those women who take that money, those women who say, fuck you, pay me, I'm a bad bitch, I'm not dealing with, like Kanye said, she ain't a gold digger, but she ain't fucking with no broke, right? So when those girls speak up and say that, or those girls might have been a stripper. Cash Doll, I like Cash Doll. Cash Doll's gorgeous, okay, from Detroit. Detroit produces some of the most beautiful Amazon black women I've ever seen in my life. Cash Doll said when she was a stripper, she barely danced. She used to walk across the stage and dudes used to throw mad money. That's lovely, okay? I haven't been to a strip club a whole lot of times, but I remember the first time I went, it was a strip club in New York, in the Bronx, and I remember thinking to myself, okay, like, the woman, I'm like, okay, she's jiggling her butt cheeks a little bit, and dudes just giving him that money. This dude looks like I'm looking at this guy, he got his face in her ass, right? And the girl is laughing. The girl's laughing. She's giggling. The man is mesmerized, okay? And the man looks like maybe he might have gone and punched somebody in the face. He might have killed somebody this week. We don't know. But the booty jiggling in his face calmed him down, made him happy. And the girl is smiling. That's easy money, okay? That, like, when it's like that, you're not dealing with an asshole in like dangerous situations. But when it's like that, that's how it should be on that playful level. That's easy money and it's great. So if a girl could look so good, if she walks across the stage and dudes throw money at her, because no matter what people say, there are dudes who are like that. There are dudes who like spending money on women. There are dudes who they see beautiful. There's dudes who get off on that shit. There's all kinds of people that exist in this world. But the fact of the matter is that we're sexual beings. The fact of the matter is, all men like looking at beautiful women, even the gay ones. Okay. Okay. So that's another fact. So why is it that we all like looking at beautiful women, right? But then you want to like try to diss that woman and penalize her for it. You know, just like Serena being on the cover of whatever magazine it was recently with her gold, and she had the picture, you know, from the back, and I see a lot of people attacking her. I saw a black man say on Facebook, I don't know, it implies that, you know, in order to be something in this world, you have to show your ass and blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that shit, okay? That's one stupid way of looking at it. That's one narrow way of looking at it. Or you can look at it like this, okay? First of all, first and foremost, being an athlete, your body is what she makes money off of, okay? Physical prowess, okay? She has been a top tennis player for years. Tennis, straight power, okay? The glutes are the most powerful muscles in the body, okay? If you're going to be a high-level power athlete, you have to have strong glutes, a strong body, coordination, okay? Also, if we remove this patriarchal brainwashing that the body is something to be ashamed of, or that it even has to be sexual, it can be or cannot be. You can see a naked body and think something sexual or not. You can see a clothed body and think something sexual or not, okay? But whether you think something sexual, what's wrong with that? As long as it's not a kid, as long as it's not your freaking sibling, you know, or your parents or your children, okay? As long as it's not that, what's wrong with that, okay? We are sexual beings. So even if somebody does see something You may not even be, anybody, male or female, could be living their life, and they're not even trying to turn anybody on at the moment. They're just being them. And somebody is looking at them turn the fuck on, because people get turned on by all types of shit. But so what? That's normal, okay? What is the problem? If Serena was a sprinter or a swimmer or a gymnast, she would be competing or beach volleyball player. She would be competing in a swimsuit anyway. So what the fuck is the big deal? Because she has on a jacket blowing and you see the bottom of her butt cheek and people are flipping out and wanting to. That's patriarchal, religious, puritanical, Roman Catholic Church mindset, okay? So going back to the female rappers, okay? So you have people, Cardi B said, there's, when she raps about other things, people don't want to hear that. She's like, people don't want to hear that. And she said there are lots of female rappers who don't rap about their pussy and don't rap about sucking dick. But y'all don't support them. And she went through a list of them. And some of these rappers I never heard of, and I've since checked out some of their stuff. One of them I did know, Rhapsody. And Charlamagne always says she's one of the best rappers, period. Not for the female category, but just rappers, period. She's nasty with it. Out of today's generation of rappers. Not talking about the OGs, but today's generation of rappers. Rhapsody is the shit. And Rhapsody never talks about her pussy or sucking dick or anything like that. But you know what? Missy Elliott did. Missy Elliott was nasty as hell. Missy Elliott is super talented. But because Missy wasn't necessarily a sex symbol, people kind of didn't notice it. But Missy was really, really sexual. But you see, there's a book that I have on Rara and Haiti, right? Rara is a tradition from Haiti that involves drumming and a very sexual dance. There's a lot to say about Rara. But in this book, it was talking about the songs in Haitian Rara and how they go from singing songs about politics and issues that they have with the government to these lewd sexual commentary. And it's like kind of joking, but it's very lewd. And in the book, it talked about how this is the tradition in many Black traditions in the Americas, where the female songs and the females' voices are more lewd than the men, okay? This is true in Jamaican dancehall. Now, I'm not Jamaican. I don't understand patois like that. But in this book, it was dissecting some of the female dancehall artists and the things that they say and how lewd it can be, okay? Same thing is true even in hip-hop. Like, dudes are lewd. You think women can't be that way? You think women aren't sexual? You think women, come on now. It's like, stop acting like a bitch. Dudes be acting like baby whiny ass bitches. Like, stop. Y'all can talk all this shit in the world. But then as soon as a woman does it, you want to deduce it to, all these female rappers, they just keep rapping about the same thing. They're all rapping about the same thing. All they're rapping about is being a dancer and being a stripper. And some of the female rappers were strippers, and some of them weren't. But how many dudes were rapping about fucking selling drugs, robbing people, killing people, who they have beef with, the bitches they fuck, all these bitches they fuck, all these cars they drive, and all these fucking chains they have, and my chain is bigger than yours, and my gun is bigger than yours, and I'll put you 6 feet under, I'll fuck your girl. That's all the fuck all of them was talking about, okay? Really and truly. Megan Thee Stallion said that Pimp C was her idol, and that she felt like it would be cool if a girl was saying those things. Well, that's how I am when it comes to everything. Like when it comes to sports, and a lot of you guys know, I have a twin brother. I'm very close to my dad. So I love men. So for the people that think I don't like men, no, I love men. So my best friends are men, right? But I'm team woman all day. I'm pro woman all day because, there's a lot of shit. It's like, if we know that Black kids and Black people and people need to see themselves, we talk about this all the time. Why it's important to see, Black roles, Black people playing certain roles. Or maybe not just Black, it could be Asian American, it could be Hispanic, whatever, Native American, whatever group that you belong to, seeing yourself, and seeing, so it's like, as a woman, why do men not think, that that's important for us as well? And that we may prefer to see a woman do some shit. And we want to hear a woman talk some shit. And we want to hear a female comedian, a woman's sense of humor. That's what I love about Insecure by Issa Rae on HBO. I love that. It's black girl humor. Black girl humor in particular. And I love that. Okay? Love that. Okay? Then you got Watch Jazzy on Instagram. She's on Instagram, Watch Jazzy. She, black girl humor all fucking day. Hilarious. You know, and it's another perspective. And I feel like things are always from the male's perspective. And as a woman, we have to kind of like, you know, especially listening to hip hop, there's so many songs where it's like, I have to block out all the ignorant shit that we hear y'all saying about all these bitches. You know, but we're saying it so much, you have us calling ourselves bitches now. Girls call girls bitches, but like in the 90s, that was an insult, you know? So, whatever. But I'm just saying, Jermaine Dupri is incredibly ignorant. I definitely think that if you haven't heard Cardi B's response, because I don't remember off the top of my head the list of rappers, the female rappers that she went through, but a lot of them are really talented. And then you even have people like Dreezy from Chicago. She's very good. You know, Megan Thee Stallion out of Houston is very good. And Megan raps while she is twerking and bouncing. Why the fuck not? Why not? I would rather see a girl rapping in a bikini, twerking and grinding than to see a bunch of fucking dusty ass dudes on stage with their crew. Nobody wants to look at that shit. I love Wu-Tang, okay? Wu-Tang forever. I'm from New York. But honestly and truly, I always used to say, I don't want to look at a bunch of them. Like, why? Like, first of all, there can be too many dudes. That's number one. There can be too many dudes. There can never be too many women. There can never be too many women, especially when you have beautiful women. Never be too much of that. Beyonce understands that, okay? So, secondly, if you're going to have men, we don't need a bunch of dudes with North Faces and fucking hoodies and shit looking dusty. Like, who wants to look at that? There's nothing visually pleasing about that. But that's okay. And y'all having hip-hop shows back in the day, people are getting shot and stupid shit. Somebody's probably not going to get shot at a concert where you have a beautiful woman with her thighs out and her breast out, and she's, you know, shaking it up. No one's probably going to get shot, okay? But you want to, you know, just downplay the woman and deduce it to like, oh, they're all just strippers just rapping about dancing in the club. Like, you know, it's like some of them are doing that and some of them aren't. A lot of times that's what sells. There's a strip club culture. Male rappers have rapped about being in the strip club all the time. Male rappers have bragged about the money they spend in the strip club all the time. Male rappers have made strippers famous from rapping about them. Making it rain. But the strippers don't have nothing to say? You think none of them have anything to say? You think none of them have another talent? You don't think they could be multi-talented like some of you? You don't think so. You know, I have a friend who was in Atlanta in the 90s, you know, older friend of mine. He had a lot of stripper friends that stripped in Magic City and all these places. A lot of these girls, and it's like I really want to make a documentary. A lot of them took that money, flipped that money, and started, you know, going into real estate or going into IT or whatever and making lots of money now and got into some real smart shit with their money. So when people act like these girls are just stupid and, you know, come on. So fuck Jermaine Dupri's little funny looking ass. I'm just going to say that dead ass because that shit is bullshit. Straight up and down. And it just pisses me off that he would just say that. Anybody who says that about female rappers is not paying attention, okay? You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to the plethora of talented female rappers that are out right now. And like I said, definitely check out Rhapsody. Definitely check out Megan Thee Stallion and her story, okay? I think Dreezy out of Chicago is very good. Young M.A. Young M.A. is dope, okay? Out of Brooklyn, okay? Yeah, man. I mean, come on. So that's I just wanted to talk about that, and more topics coming later. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me at the_Renaissance_Amazon_81. And if you're on Instagram and you don't follow me on YouTube, you're gonna follow me at the Renaissance Amazon. Okay. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.